Juice in Java, a popular store right here on Marshall Street, is closing its doors after 40 years of business.
The bombing of Pan Am Flight 103.
And 2 new projects being brought to the 15th Ward District of Syracuse to improve the lives of the community. All that and more, Juice in Java starts right now.
Good morning, I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
And I'm Lily Evans, filling in for Jude Bazerman. Thanks for starting your morning with us.
After nearly 50 years on Marshall Street, a giant is closing.
Our Mike Lamore is live from Marshall Street with the latest on a closing of a popular clothing store. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, guys. You heard that right. Shirt World right behind me is closing its doors after 48 years of doing business, welcoming faces from students to prospective students on visiting days, including families on family weekends, even locals, all being greeted by the owner Dave Jacobs into the store to take advantage of their famous buy one get one free t-shirt deals. And to speak to the owner here, Dave Jacobs, this guy has been a friendly face across Syracuse for years. It was a family business that opened up by his father in the early 70s when Dave Jacobs attended the university. He was a kicker for the Syracuse Orange, even got drafted in the NFL before returning back to take over the family business. And we've seen, guys, a lot of stores within the last year on this Marshall Strip being taken over by other stores, going out of business, including one down by Whitman on that corner. It used to be a Starbucks. It turned into Schoolyard Bagels, and now it's College Town Bagels. Guys, we are seeing a lot of different stores come here, a lot of them going out of business for financial reasons, but for this, Mr. Jacobs is saying that it's because they want to take on a larger role. They're still going to remain the owners of this store here. They're going to act as landlords this time for national vendors. We don't know who these vendors are just yet, but we're being told that they're ready to turn and burn once the College Town moves out in October 28th. For Juice in Java, I'm Mike Lamore.
Thank you, Mike. Tomorrow is the beginning of Remembrance Week at SU. This year marks the 36th anniversary of the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland. Remembrance Week honors the life of all 270 people who lost their lives. The events being planned by Remembrance and Lockerbie scholars are now on your screens.
The first event is the Malgrim Concert Series tomorrow at Hendricks Chapel, with the week concluding with Remembrance Scholar Convocation on Friday afternoon.
Well, for the rest of the semester, there is a competition for registered student organizations. The Fall Student Organization Challenge has begun. The challenge features 18 different clubs on campus who will compete for the highest numbers of donors by December.
The organization that wins will receive a first place prize of $1,000. You can visit the Syracuse Community website to read the mission statement of the clubs involved and donate. As of now, the Men's Ultimate Frisbee Club is winning with around 100 donors and $3,000 raised.
Now, that's just an awesome way for these clubs who don't really get enough funding in the first place to really put themselves out there.
Oh, absolutely. And it's no surprise that the Ultimate Frisbee Club has the most donors. I don't know why. I feel like people that play Ultimate Frisbee are always just like the coolest people, so it makes sense that
I guess so. I remember last year, first year players was in the lead with WJPZ, our neighbors, right behind them. I know that was like neck and neck competition.
Yeah. I bet it gets a little heated, this competition. I'm sure a lot of people really want to win, and it goes to a good cause, so
exactly.
Might as well.
So it's really perfect.
Yeah.
Well, the SU Department of Drama is celebrating its close-in weekend of Pippin. The department is putting a modern twist on a classic show, which follows the son of King Charlemagne as he embarks on a journey to find his own corner of the sky.
There are 2 shows today and 1 show tomorrow at the Syracuse stage. Tickets are $15 for students, and the show is also open to the public. It's a show you won't want to miss. Now, Cora, I was a theater kid in high school. I can admit, I know the pipeline is real and I'm a part of it, but that's okay. Have you done any musical theater?
Well, I mean, BDJ kid, being a theater kid.
It goes hand in
fork
hand.
found in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really amazing that the drama department puts on these productions every year, and they're really professional too.
Oh yeah, one of my friends is actually in it, and she's been rehearsing every night till like 10 p.m. They definitely put in a lot of work. So I've never seen Pippin, so maybe we should go see it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, partners of the East Adams Neighborhood Transformation and the I-81 Viaduct project are throwing a block party this morning.
The celebrations are to bring East Adams neighborhood members together to introduce 2 new initiatives to the 15th District of Syracuse. Live from Wilson Park in East is our Maura Vaughn. Maura, how is the block party bringing the community together?
Guys, what a better way to bring together the East Adams neighborhood than a block party. Now, the event started around 11 today and is starting to ramp up with resources for the community's tabling, as well as food trucks, live music, family activities, and so much more happening throughout the day today. Now, the most important part of this block party, the 2 initiatives being brought to the historic 15th Ward District of Syracuse that was displaced by the I-81 Project Highway. Now, here with me today is Sarah Walton, Director of Redevelopment of the East Adams neighborhood. Sarah, talk to me a little bit about the 2 projects, the I-81 Viaduct and the East Adams Transformation and Transformation Project. What is their priorities for the community?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as you stated, the highway was really divided in 2 when the highway was constructed. And so the city of Syracuse has really been presented with an incredible opportunity when the state of New York decided that they are going to tear down the viaduct and rebuild as a community bridge street. And at the same time, the Syracuse Housing Authority had been planning redevelopment of this neighborhood. We're at Wilson Park Community Center, which is right in the heart of Pioneer Homes, and all of these houses are going to get redeveloped. So this is really a catalyzing event to kick off really the start of these 2 critical projects.
Yeah, it's great to see they're revitalizing the change you guys are bringing to this community. Talk to me a little bit about why it's important for the community input to be involved when you're doing this transformation project to improve their lives and their neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely. When the highway was constructed, environmental impacts weren't really considered, and the neighborhood was not involved. Businesses were destroyed, people were displaced. It's really essential that as we're thinking about the redevelopment opportunity before us, that residents are at the center and that the community's voice is truly integrated along every step of the way. They've already been highly involved and have already given tremendous feedback, and in a way, this is a way to kind of thank them and celebrate with food, entertainment, and just a good time. We couldn't have asked for better weather.
It's gorgeous weather, and if you want to check out the festivities, it's on Wilson Park until 4 p.m. today. That's all from me. Back to you guys.
Maura, thank you. Upstate Hospital is opening New York State's only care facility for children with developmental disorders. The behavioral health unit is 10 years of work in the making. The new building will support kids ages 5 to 17 with resources like therapy rooms and sensory toys. A doctor at Upstate Hospital says kids have had to travel out of state for this kind of care in the past. The behavioral unit also provides beds to children suffering from mental health crises.
Sticking with public health, the Natural Resources Defense Council says lead in Syracuse drinking water is at a crisis point. More than 14,000 homes in Syracuse are said to use lead water pipes and likely have high levels of lead in tap. The Syracuse City Water Department found over a quarter of properties sampled in August showed higher levels. To reduce lead risk, residents should run water for at least 30 seconds until cold before drinking. Now, Lily, I don't know about you, but it's been getting really chilly outside. But I do love the fall foliage. It's just really beautiful looking outside.
Oh, I love it. And the leaves turn so late in Syracuse, which is so weird. And they're finally just starting to turn, which I don't know exactly why that's the case, but you know who might? Riley Underwood on weather. Riley, what's going on?
Well, what's going on, Lily, is that fall it's taking a hold. It feels like we're still in the summer months. It's taking a look out your window right now. 56 degrees. It feels a little warmer than that. It feels like it's in the 60s. No chance of rain today. Really, it's going to be a beautiful day. And for your beautiful day planner, the weather is going to get even warmer. Around 66, upper 60s today. No rain. Sunset around 6:15. So when you're planning, it might get a little cooler after that. Current temperatures around the area, you're going to see 55 over in Rochester, 51 in Oswego, 52 in Rome, 55 down in Binghamton. Pretty much all similar. They're all going to get warmer as we head throughout our day. Checking out the future radar, it's pretty much clear skies. We're not going to be seeing any rain for the next few days. So really, it's going to be nice. And when you look at tonight's weather, clear skies, 48 degrees, pretty nice when you're going to be out and about on a Saturday night. Looking at tomorrow, mostly sunny, going to get into the 70s, real nice. 0 chance of rain, guys.
Thank you, Riley. Looking forward to that better weather. With the Halloween season finally upon us, local breweries are participating in the Hollow Hops Brew Fest. This event will feature seasonal brews, costume contests, music, and more. The fest will be split up into 2 sessions to make sure that everyone has a safe and spooky time.
Hollow Hops is taking place today in the Horticulture Building on the New York State Fairgrounds. Space is limited, so make sure to purchase your tickets early and bring your best costume for a scary good time. Cora, I think we should go.
Well,
especially because this one over here just turned 21.
I did just turn 21, so it would be a really fun activity, you know, just to sort of celebrate that. But also, it's cute with the fall festivities too, really bringing that home to the breweries too.
Absolutely.
And highlighting local businesses.
Yes, that local business aspect of it is definitely a big deal. I know, like 1911, they're a huge thing during the fall, so I wonder if this will be kind of similar to that.
Yeah, no, it's a really great event. Well, sticking with the Halloween festivities, another way to celebrate the spooky season is at the Erie Canal Spooktacular. The Erie Canal Museum will be hosting a family-friendly afternoon of activities.
The event will have trick-or-treating, crafts, and more. The Spooktacular will start in just under 1 hour at the Erie Canal Museum. Admission is free, and attendees are encouraged to wear their best costumes.
Now, what's your best costume this year? Do you know yet? Or it's a year away, a week away rather.
Oh my God, I know, you're right. It's coming up so soon. Well, I always do funny costumes, like really funny. So my best friend from home is flying out, and we're gonna be a Minion and Gru.
Stop.
And she's gonna be Gru, which is really funny because she's like 4'10" and I'm like 5'9". So I think it's gonna be funny. What about you?
Oh, that's
what are you
perfect.
thinking of?
I'm gonna be with a group of musicians where I'm gonna be Billie Eilish, and we're just gonna have fun with that.
We need to get you some very light blue contacts.
Exactly.
There we go. Really
well,
sell it.
After the break, our Caitlin Campbell is live from Rosamond Gifford Zoo.
And we'll tell you about what to expect on the road.
Stay with us.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
With Cora Mayer-Costa, Jude Bazerman, and Riley Underwood. Now, your morning news continues.
The Rosamond Gifford Zoo is getting everyone in the Halloween spirit with their Zoo Boo.
That's where our Caitlin Campbell is enjoying the festivities. Caitlin, is everyone there ready for Halloween?
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, although the weather feels like summer, we're actually starting to celebrate Halloween here at the Rosamond Gifford Zoo, where Zoo Boo is currently going on. We have some local vendors, some trick-or-treating, and we have some very special guests, some trick-or-treaters. What's your name?
My name is Olivia.
Perfect. What's your name?
Allie.
Perfect. What's your name?
William.
And what are your Halloween costumes today?
I'm Super Ladybug.
Super Ladybug? That's so cool. Here, what's your costume?
I am Claudine from Monster High.
So cool. What's your Halloween costume?
Fireman.
So cool. You guys all look so amazing. Have you been enjoying some trick-or-treating today?
Yes. Look at my shoes.
Your shoes? Those are so cool. And they match perfectly with your costume. Are you guys enjoying the candy and everything?
Yeah.
What's your favorite piece of candy?
The
The gum? What about you?
My favorite is probably Reese's Pieces.
Me too. All so solid choices. Well, you can head on down to the Rosemont Gifford Zoo and join in on the fun this weekend. Today and tomorrow's theme is Witches and Wizards, and next week they have a variety of different ones as well. Admission is on top of the general admission, which is about $8, and you can get those trick-or-treating tickets for all your family to come and enjoy on the fun too. Well, I think we're going to go have some more fun and some trick-or-treating, but I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Thank you, Caitlin. We apologize for those little technical difficulties, but thank you, Caitlin. That looks like a great time. Well, it's not a game day, so there's not too much traffic on campus, but what's going on in the greater Syracuse area? Riley?
Yeah, Lily, not too much is going on, really. We're having a nice drive in and out of campus wherever you want to go. If you want to head down to the zoo, see some animals, some treats too, I guess. That might be a good option, but wherever you're going, not too much. When you look at the area map around Syracuse, the Central New York region, really no closures that are unexpected. Everything's going according to plan, so should have a nice drive, guys.
Thank you, Riley. Well, in another installment of Juice and Java's Your Stories, local martial arts gym Bulletproof Combat has become a staple in Syracuse. But why is it named Bulletproof? Our reporter Charlie Goldberg has the details on the comeback story of head coach Shane Manley.
Since opening its doors in May 2023, Bulletproof Combat in Syracuse has become a hotspot for those interested in martial arts. Featuring classes in boxing, MMA, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai.
Grab the head.
The head coach and man behind the academy is combat sport veteran Shane Manley.
You know, he's tough. He's hard on everybody, but he just wants everybody to get better.
Shane just has a ton of experience both on the grappling side and just the MMA side. Having him as a coach on the competition mats for jiu-jitsu has just been a huge help.
With an impressive resume as a former Bellator MMA competitor and Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt holder, little did Manley know his biggest injury would take place off the mat.
Two guys got in a scuffle. You know, one of the guys I kind of know, and you know, whatever, he decided to bring a gun to a bar, and you know, I was on the back end of it.
Manley was shot that one night he was here bouncing at the Orange Crate in Syracuse, but he was able to make a remarkable recovery, thanks to 2 life-saving surgeries. Further opening up Bulletproof Combat a year later.
Definitely thankful, you know, that's my way of like giving back, you know.
Shane credits his healing process to his mental toughness, so his gym has one rule.
There's no cowards allowed here, like whether you're coaching or training, we don't allow that.
No cowards allowed. Charlie Goldberg, CitrusTV News.
Thank you, Charlie. Coming up after the break, the latest on a new series about Pan Am Flight 103.
Stay with us.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back into Juice and Java. Peacock announced it's making a new series about the Pan Am terrorist attack that killed 35 SU students in 1988.
Our Riley Faye tells us what we can expect from the series. Riley, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Thank you. This week, the trailer was released for the show Lockerbie: A Search for Truth. The series features Colin Firth as Jim Swire, who's the spokesperson for the UK family seeking justice. Swire's daughter was one of the 270 victims in the terrorist attack. The 5-part series is based off the book called The Lockerbie Bombing, A Father's Search for Justice, which was written by Jim Swire and Peter Biddulph. The book takes place over 3 decades from the bombing all the way up until the trial. The series is written by Scottish playwright David Harrower, who shows Swire travel across continents and political divides to seek justice along with his wife Jane, played by Catherine McCormack. Producer Gareth Neme and Nigel Marchant released a statement that said the series is, quote, in part a profoundly moving character story of love and loss. This drama is as much a political thriller that shows how an ordinary man with unstoppable determination can take on governments and world leaders in pursuit of the truth, end quote. Now, the series won't be out until January 2nd, but like you guys said earlier in the show, on campus there are events daily to honor the victims this week.
Wow, Riley, that's an amazing tribute.
Yeah,
well, when we come back, the history of a local pumpkin patch.
Don't touch your remote.
It's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
Welcome back into Juice and Java. We're at the Pumpkin Hollow.
It's our first time here and this place is so cute. I'm so excited to pick some pumpkins, maybe try an apple fritter. Ooh. And I want to see Cora get her face painted, honestly.
Ooh, let's get right into it. So Lily and I are joined by Louise Cox over here, who manages the whole place with her family, and she's going to show us around.
We started the pumpkin patch 26 years ago. We're dairy farmers, small dairy farmers. We have less than 400 cows, and we were told 20-some years ago, you either diversify or you have to double your herd. You're just not going to make it on a small farm. So this is our diversification. When we started our farm, we started with 63 acres, and now we own like maybe 500.
Now, according to the USDA, around 2 billion pumpkins are sold nationwide each year, which is just
so many pumpkins.
A crazy amount. So I'm wondering, what do you do after the season ends with the pumpkins?
Right, well, what I do when I buy a pumpkin is I carve it, obviously, and you gotta scoop all the guts out, right? And there's the seeds. And the seeds are so good. My mom will roast them So it's really easy. You just like wash them, put them on a baking sheet with like some olive oil and some salt, pepper seasoning, put them in the oven, and they're delicious. Well, do you like sunflower seeds?
I do, of course.
Okay, well, it's basically just like that, but like better.
Oh wait, that's awesome.
They're so good.
That's really, it's like reduce, reuse, recycle.
Exactly, exactly.
That's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it was really great to learn about the Pumpkin Hollow from the owner herself, Louise Cox, and it was just amazing to see how this operates.
Yeah, we had a great time. I feel like we all learned so much about what it takes to run a pumpkin patch, and this is the perfect way to spend a sunny fall day, and we had an awesome time.
We did. We'll see you back in studio.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Hey, welcome back to Juice and Java. Here's your 5-day forecast. We really have a beautiful week in store. Today, it feels like it is a beautiful day. 68 degrees, and it's just going to get warmer from there. 71 tomorrow, and then it's going to get even better. And these are all sunny days, too. So it's really going to be nice to get out and enjoy the sun and the little bit of summertime we have left. That Tuesday, that's 78 degrees. It's going to be pure sun. That's going to be the warmest day we're probably going to have for the rest of the year. So really, you got to take advantage of this nice weather that we've been blessed with and really just get out and enjoy it while you can. I know I'll be heading outside after the show and enjoying some fresh air and try to watch some college football too. And we have a little trivia question. You guys were just at the pumpkin patch.
Ooh. Yeah.
So here's this. 4 options. Which state in the United States grows the most pumpkins?
I feel like it has to be B or C because those are like farming states, right?
I don't know. I'm going to have to go out there and guess California.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say Indiana.
You're going to say Indiana. Well, you're both wrong. Illinois.
Dang it. What? That was my next choice.
And look at the discrepancy. Illinois produces 6.7 million a year. Indiana's second, and they have
only 1.8.
Only 1.8.
Wow.
New York is 9th. And there's really not a lot that produce it. There's just kind of certain regions, northern regions that produce, but really not a lot of pumpkin growing states. Kind of a concentrated.
That's
thing.
crazy. Well, yesterday they had a lot of like huge pumpkins.
They did. And speaking of huge pumpkins, this is one pumpkin that you can't miss. A Minnesota teacher won his 4th annual prize at the 51st World Championship Pumpkin Weigh-Off in California.
The pumpkin's weight was 2,471 pounds. Wow. It traveled 35 hours to California and will appear in various Halloween events. Guys, I love a big pumpkin. Like, I love things that are just like comically large.
But I can't imagine that big. I mean, Riley, what's the biggest pumpkin you remember ever seeing?
I don't know. Maybe the Great Pumpkin when I'm watching Charlie Brown. I don't know if I can remember one that I can really tell from. It's definitely not that big. But
no.
I don't even know if I can like picture that like in my head.
I read that they also had to bring it to the competition too. So how do you transport that huge thing in a truck?
It's a lot of pumpkin pie too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Exactly. I do wonder maybe afterwards they, donate it hopefully and or cook it up.
Yeah.
Either one. That's
you can't just like let it rot.
No. I mean,
there's art.
Maybe a big jack-o'-lantern.
Maybe like in Halloween Town.
That would be a great Halloween.
You guys carving pumpkins this year?
Yes.
Maybe.
But I am terribly bad at it.
Yeah, I'm really bad at it. And those little
just,
kits you get like from Target are the worst. And
the knives aren't never like sharp enough, and it's just like
sounds like an excuse.
Exactly.
Maybe, it might be. It
Well,
probably
that's
is.
all the time we have for Juice and Java this morning.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow Citrus TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
And I'm Lily Evans. Have a great day, Syracuse.